And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Randy Jordan Field on the campus of Columbus High School. Set for this all Columbus area showdown between the Columbus Blue Devils and the St. Anne Pacelli Vikings. Matt Melton, your play-by-play guy here tonight, joined by producer Tyler Deitz. So we will give you the starting lineups here for both of these teams, starting with the visiting Pacelli Vikings. Batting first, Cam Carino. Second, Nolan Vaughn. Third, Jacob Velos. Fourth, Dustin Sherman. Fifth, Cal Brent. Aiden Dixon in the sixth hole. Alex Aponte, the DH, batting seventh. Billy Smith batting eighth, and Levi Thompson batting ninth. Vikings lineup will be facing Columbus starter left-hander Michael Nottleman. Nottleman, a Georgia Tech commit, one of the top players in the Chattahoochee Valley. Also making his first appearance on the mound since a dominant showing against Brookstone back on March the 23rd. Nottleman going 7 innings, no earned runs, 2 hits, no walks, and 15 strikeouts during that game. As Nottleman getting set to toe the rubber, deliver the first pitch of this Carroll-produced State Farm first inning here at Columbus. Carino steps in the batter's box. First pitch from Nottleman is taken for a strike on the outside corner, and we are underway at Columbus. Nottleman into the windup, the 0-1. Nice pitch again on the outside corner, called strike 2, and the left-hander way ahead in the count. Carino, the team leader for Pacelli. In almost every offensive category, comes in today with a .426 batting average on the year. 0-2 from Nottleman. That ball fouled into the net, and Carino stays alive. Columbus and Pacelli, a matchup we have already seen once before this season. These two teams met back in late February on the road at Pacelli. Only an 8 to 10 minute drive from Columbus High School here. That game won by Pacelli 7-4. 0-2 from Nottleman. Fastball taken down the middle, strike 3, and 1 strikeout for the Columbus left-hander. Number 8, Nolan Vaughn, will step up to the plate now for Pacelli. Vaughn playing center field today for the Vikings. First pitch from Nottleman. Swing and a miss, strike 1. One of the storylines in this game today is Pacelli's hitters against Nottleman. He delivers the 0-1, just low ball 1. Left-hander has shown an ability to get batters out when getting into a groove this season. Has not struggled much on the mound. It will be key for Pacelli early on. Start getting some hits off the left-hander. 1-1 delivery. That one high, ball 2. Vaughn, a .245 hitter on the year. 13 runs scored, 7 RBIs. 2-1 from Nottleman. That one taken on the inside corner, strike 2. Three-hole hitter Veloz on deck for the Vikings. Nottleman goes into the windup, 2-2 delivery. That one taken just low, however, ball 3, and the count is full. So a 3-2 upcoming here to Vaughn. Nottleman delivers. That one chopped back to Nottleman. Gets a glove on it, steps, throws to first, and in time for the second out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the first for Pacelli. Jacob Veloz, the 3-hole hitter, now comes up for the Vikings. Veloz, the team leader in runs scored and RBIs this season for Pacelli. Also a .265 hitter. Nottleman into the windup, the first pitch. Taken on the outside corner, strike one. Absolutely beautiful day here for baseball at Columbus, Randy Jordan Field. 0-1 from Nottleman. That one taken outside, ball one. Temperatures in the mid-70s. Not much of a breeze here at Columbus. Once the sun goes down, however, later tonight, it will be around 70 degrees. 1-1. That one taken right down the middle, called strike two. Nottleman way ahead in the count. If Veloz can reach, Dustin Sherman would be on deck for Pacelli. But Nottleman trying to get the Blue Devils in the dugout. So he will step off the rubber. 1-2 delivery upcoming. Veloz fouls that into the net, and we will do it again. Veloz playing shortstop today for the Vikings. 1-2 here from Nottleman. That fastball is taken outside, ball two. So a 2-2 upcoming here from Nottleman. Left-hander delivers. That one outside, and the count is full. As mentioned before, Dustin Sherman on deck for Pacelli, if Veloz can reach. Nice job here from the shortstop for Pacelli, getting back in the count. And now sets up a payoff pitch upcoming from Nottleman. 3-2 delivery. Fastball outside, and it is a 2-out walk for Veloz. First walk of the game for Nottleman. And that will bring up Dustin Sherman, Vikings cleanup hitter on the day. Sherman also playing first base today for Pacelli. 179 hitter on the year. Veloz takes the lead at first. Nottleman delivers to the plate. Fastball taken down the middle, strike one. Another storyline to monitor here today. Both of these teams certainly capable on the base pass. Impressive stolen base numbers as each group on the year. Veloz down there at first base, 11 stolen bags already this season. 0-1 from Nottleman. Swing and a miss, strike two. Left-hander way ahead in the count yet again. Cal Brent on deck for Pacelli. Should Sherman reach? 0-2 delivery here from Nottleman. And he will check on Veloz out there at first base, who is back in safely. Veloz takes the lead again. Nottleman delivers plate. Veloz on the run, but the count, swing and a miss. Strike three, and that will do it. Nottleman K's 2 in the top of the first. Pacelli does get a base runner, but cannot scratch anything on the board. We'll take a break, head to the bottom of the first here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's morning show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Vision's morning show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Vision's morning show, and download the Sports Vision's radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
for surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Perdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
Welcome back here to Columbus. Getting set for the bottom of the first inning between the Blue Devils and the Vikings. Colton Hefner lead it off for Columbus. And he will do so against your starting pitcher tonight for Pacelli, right-hander Billy Smith. Hefner steps into the box. Smith into the windup. First pitch fouled away over to the Columbus dugout for strike 1. Quickly give you the starting lineup, the batting order for Columbus. Hefner leading off, Ryan Miller second, Nodelman third, Ren Smith your cleanup hitter, Paxton Wyatt fifth, Axel Serra sixth. As that one is hit out to right field, but coming in to make the catch, however, is Aiden Dixon for out number 1. Maddox Anderson will bat 7th, Thomas Williams the DH batting 8th, and David Vega batting 9th. Ryan Miller will now step up to the plate for Columbus. Give you the defensive alignment here for Pacelli. Starting in the outfield left to right, Cam Carino in left, Nolan Vaughn in center, and Aiden Dixon, who made that catch previously, out there in right field. First pitch from Smith, taken ball 1 by Miller. Around the diamond, Cal Brent over at third, Jacob Veloz at short, Landon Lauk at second base. As that pitch is taken for a strike. Dustin Sherman at first, Levi Thompson behind the plate for the Vikings, and Billy Smith on the mound. That one chopped out to second. Coming in is Lauk, gloves, throws to first, and got him for the out. So nice hustle down there from Miller to get down the line, but Lauk making a nice play. Very quickly, 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the first. And that will bring up Michael Nodelman. Nodelman in the midst of an outstanding senior season, both on the mound and at the plate. Leads the Blue Devils in almost every offensive statistical category. .431 batting average. Also the team leader in runs scored, RBIs, doubles, triples, and home runs. First pitch from Smith. It's taken just low, ball 1. .1-0 here from the right-hander. Is hit out to left field, curling away from their left fielder, and it will get down. Nodelman rounds first, has the second. That ball gets away from the left fielder. Nodelman rounds third, thinks of second, thinks about third, but he retreat back to the bag, and it is a 2-out double, as well as the 8th of the year for Michael Nodelman. So Ren Smith will now step to the plate, runner in scoring position. Logan Patrick will pitch run for Nodelman out there at second base. Give you a little bit about Smith here, the Pacelli starter on the mound. Smith entered today with a 3.84 ERA on the year. 1-3 overall record, has thrown 27.1 innings. He is the team leader in strikeouts with 25. He's also walked 11 batters this season. One of the top arms here for the Vikings. First pitch here to Smith. It's taken on the outside corner, strike 1. Smith, the junior, a .364 batting average on the year. has driven in 14 runs. With speed out there at second base and Patrick, a base hit might give Columbus the lead here. Fastball outside, call ball 1. This Columbus team led by head coach Chad Mathis had a bit of a slow start to the year, but have certainly begun to heat up as of late. A 9-3 record in the month of March. As that ball is hit out to shallow center field, and it will get down. Patrick rounds third, heads for home, throw to home plate is late. And Columbus with a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first, following RBI single from Ren Smith. Patrick scores the run there. And that will bring up number 27, Paxton Wyatt. Wyatt, a .286 hitter on the year. First pitch is a ball high from Smith, 4-1. Smith over there at first base, 10 stolen bases on the year. Very capable base stealer. He can also do some damage should a ball be put in a gap. The pitch delivered for strike 1 by Smith. So a 1-1 count here to Paxton Wyatt, Columbus 5-hole hitter. Delivery from Smith. That ball grounded out to third base. Glove thrown across the diamond for out number 3 by Cal Brent. And that will do it for the first inning. Columbus gets a double from Michael Nottleman, as well as an RBI single from Ren Smith to take an early 1-0 lead here at Randy Jordan Field. We'll take a break on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Let's kick off 2026 with a bang! We will not be undersold. Powerful full-size Chevy Silverados up to $13,750 off. Rugged mid-size Chevy Colorados up to $9,000 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Here to Columbus. 1-0 lead here for the Blue Devils as we enter the top of the second inning. 5-6-7 due up for Pacelli. Cal Brent, the first of those. Playing third base today for the Vikings. Sophomore with a .290 batting average on the year. Out there to face Columbus starter Michael Nottleman. Left-hander delivers the first pitch of the at-bat. Fastball outside, ball 1. Nottleman entered today with a 1.36 ERA on the year. The 1-0 delivery fouled into the net for strike 1. Also leads the Blue Devils, 3 wins on the year and 81 strikeouts so far this season. One delivery from the left-hander. Fastball in the outside corner called strike 2. And similar to the first inning, Nottleman ahead in the count once again. Aiden Dixon, the right fielder, on deck for St. Anne Pacelli. 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So strikeout number 3 on the day for Nottleman. And that will bring up Aiden Dixon. Dixon, the sophomore, drawing the start for Pacelli today out in right field. Scored 5 runs this season, driven in 3. Looked like a slider there called outside for ball 1. Partly cloudy day here at Columbus. There's a little bit of a breeze, but not too much. That called strike 1 on the outside corner, bringing the count to even. Pacelli making the short trip here to Columbus this afternoon. See the 1-1 from Nottleman, fouled into the net, 4 strike 2. Sitting at 5-14 on the year, led by head coach Matt Ward. Vikings a member of GIAA, Class 4A District 5, where they have recently begun district play. Sitting in 1-5 against district foes. 1-2 delivery, swing and a miss, strike 3. Punch out number 4 for Nottleman already. As well as the 3rd consecutive batter retired via the punch out. Designated hitter Alex Aponte now will come up to the plate for Pacelli. Ponte, a sophomore, 179 batting average so far this season. First pitch from the left-hander, fouled into the net, 4 strike 1. It's a big thank you once again to Carol Purdue at State Farm for sponsoring that first inning of action. Also a big thank you to our presenting sponsors here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live, Glenn Smith Chevy GMC, Coca-Cola, and Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, Houston Clinic. Oh, 1 from Nottleman. That one's outside for ball 1. Left-hander out there on the mound for the Blue Devils. Delivers 1-1 pitch. Looked like a changeup there down the middle, strike 2. And yet again, Nottleman is ahead in the count. It's kind of been an early storyline in this contest. Left-hander doing a really good job getting ahead early on. 1-2 now to Aponte. Swing and a miss, tipped into the glove. And Nottleman retires the side-in order via the strikeout. Now 5 on the game, as well as 4 straight, dating back to the first inning. We head to the bottom of the second on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Planet Fitness, there's strength in numbers. The number of different workouts to do.
1, 2, 3. Woo!
Different clubs to do it in. Friends to do it with.
Looking good, everybody.
Yeah, we are. And the number of ways to recover from it all.
You got this, come on.
And it all adds up to one membership. The Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location, bring a friend anytime, and recover in the Black Card spa.
One more, everybody.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
Welcome back here to Columbus. 6-7-8 due up in the Blue Devil order. Columbus with a 1-0 lead here over their crosstown foe Pacelli Vikings. As mentioned before, these two schools separated by only about an 8 to 10 minute drive here in the city of Columbus. First pitch is high from Smith for ball 1. Axel Serra, wearing number 32 for the Blue Devils. Taking that fastball high, 2-0 in the count now. Sarah, a .268 batting average on the year for Columbus. 2-0. Fastball taken down the middle, strike one. Two-one delivery from Smith. Tipped into the net for strike two. Right-hander works the count back to even. On deck for Columbus would be Maddox Anderson. Question remains, however, will Smith face Anderson with a runner on base or not? Right-hander into his motion, the 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss on a pitch inside for out number one. First punch out of the day for Billy Smith.
Now batting number 17, Maddox Anderson.
And that will bring up Maddox Anderson. Anderson batting out of the 7-hole today for Pacelli. Or excuse me, Columbus. .240 batting average on the year for Anderson. First pitch of the at-bat from Smith. Fastball high, ball one. .1-0 delivery here from Smith. That one's taken just a bit inside, however, for ball two. As mentioned, Columbus and Pacelli, two schools separated by only about an 8 to 10 minute drive. This is the third time the two have met in the last two seasons. 2-0 from Smith, taken for strike one. Second time also this season that the two have met. Back on February the 21st, these two teams met at St. Anne Pacelli. That ball grounded out to short. Velo's gloves throws across the diamond for out number two. Nice decent defensive play there by the Pacelli shortstop.
Now batting number 3, Thomas Williams.
And the designated hitter, Thomas Williams, will now step up to the plate for Columbus. Also in that recent series we mentioned a minute ago, these two teams met one time, just one time last season. As Smith delivers ball one. That matchup also came back in late February. But that game was played right here at Columbus High School, and that was also a 9-7 win for the St. Anne Pacelli Vikings. Pitch called strike one. So the Vikings coming into today having won the last two seasons over the Columbus Blue Devils. Columbus looking to snap that skid here today. Fastball inside, however, for ball two. Williams, the designated hitter today for the Blue Devils, doing so in place of Will Seals. Seals is playing left field defensively for Columbus. 2-1 from Smith. That fastball is high, 3-1. 9-hole hitter David Vega on deck for the Blue Devils. Should Williams reach base. 3-1 from Smith. Fastball taken inside corner, strike two, and the count is full. So Smith versus Williams. The payoff pitch. Ball fouled and out of play to the right side for, well, we would do it again. Smith into his windup, 3-2 delivery. That one fouled down the right field line and out of play. So Williams staying alive. Smith looking to get out of his second inning of work. Thomas Williams calls time at home plate. He is granted. As mentioned before, David Vega on deck for the Blue Devils should Williams reach. Smith with the payoff pitch. That one chopped foul down the third base line. So Williams putting up a fight here for Columbus at the plate. Already 3 foul balls here with 2 strikes in this at bat. Trying to drive the pitch count up of Smith as well. Three-two delivery. That one taken low and outside, and a nice at bat there from Thomas Williams to draw the 2-out walk. First walk of the game for Smith. And that will bring up David Vega. 151 batting average on the year, but has also driven in 11 runs. First pitch of the at bat from Smith, swing and a miss, 4-strike-1. Williams does have some speed down there at first base. Has stolen 5 bags this season. Definitely capable of adding a second run in the game for Columbus should a ball be hit in the gap. That one taken right down the middle, called strike 2, and Smith way ahead in the count now. So Vega shortens up on the bat, chokes up. 0-2 delivery. That one fouled down the right field line and out of play. The top of the Columbus order would be on deck in Colton Hefner, should Vega reach base with 2 outs. Oh, 2 delivery. Fastball high and outside, ball 1. One-two count here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Columbus with an early 1-0 lead. The 1-2. That one hit into right center field, and it will get down. Williams rounds second, headed for third. He gets the wave from his third base coach. Williams rounds third, headed for home. Throw will go to third base. Vega slides in, and he is safe. So an RBI triple from David Vega. 2-0 Blue Devils. So the Pacelli coach will come out, have a word with the umpire. And that will bring up the top of the order for Columbus. And Colton Hefner.
Now batting number 38, Colton Hefner.
Infield will play back for Pacelli with 2 outs. Hefner a fly out in his first plate appearance here today. First pitch from Smith. That one hit out into center field, and it will drop. So an RBI single from Colton Hefner makes it 3-0 Columbus here in the bottom of the second.
Now batting number 40, Ryan Miller.
We will have a pitch runner here for Columbus. That will be number 30, Carter Phillips, down there at first base. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Columbus adding to their lead with 2 runs here so far in the frame. Take a 3-0 advantage. Ryan Miller now, who grounded out in his first plate appearance, at the plate with 2 outs. That one chopped down the right field line and foul, 4-strike-1. Pacelli starter Billy Smith so far today. He's through 2 2/3 innings. He's given up 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout so far. He is into the stretch. Pickoff attempt at first base. Diving back in safely, however, is Phillips. Miller wears number 40 for the Blue Devils, batting .300 on the year. That is among the team leaders for this Columbus team. That pitch is taken just a bit outside for ball 1. Two outs here in the bottom of the second. As Miller will jot down to third base to get a word from his head coach. So 1-1 pitch upcoming here from Smith with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Phillips takes his lead at first base. Smith will check on him, who dives back in safely. Should Miller reach base, Michael Nottleman would be on deck for Columbus with 2 outs. 1-1 delivery. That one chopped foul down the third base line for strike 2. Due up for the Vikings in the top of the third will be 8-9-1 in the order. First of those would be Billy Smith out there on the mound for his first plate appearance of the game. That pitch fouled into the net, and we will do it again. So a 1-2 pitch upcoming here from Smith. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Phillips on the move. There will not be a throw down, however. So it is a stolen base for Carter Phillips. I believe that is his first of the season. So 2-2 count here to Miller. Blue Devils looking to add to the lead yet again. That one chopped back to Smith, who gets a glove on it. Makes the toss over to first base, and that will do it for the bottom of the frame. But Columbus gets 2 in the bottom of the second. They take a 3-0 lead here to the third inning on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Welcome back to Randy Jordan Field here on the campus of Columbus High School. Your score 3-0. Blue Devils lead the St. Anne Pacelli Vikings. Matt Melton, your play-by-play guy, joined by producer Tyler Deitz here for this GHSA versus GIAA showdown. Third meeting in the last 2 seasons between the Blue Devils and the Vikings. 2 schools separated by only about an 8 to 10 minute drive. Billy Smith stepping to the plate here. First pitch from Nottleman, taken, strike 1. Nottleman through his first 2 innings of action. No hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts for the Columbus left-hander. That one taken just a bit low, ball 1. Smith wears number 2 for the Vikings. 125 batting average on the season. Kind of a pitcher versus pitcher matchup here in the top of the 3rd. That pitch from Nottleman is taken for strike 2. And yet again, an early storyline from this contest. Nottleman has been able to get ahead in the count against these Pacelli hitters. 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 6 so far today for Nottleman. And that'll be the first out of the inning for the Vikings. I'll bring up the catcher, Levi Thompson. Thompson, a 140 average on the year. Junior behind the plate today for Pacelli. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Nottleman now up to 6 strikeouts here today. Has retired each of the last 5 batters via the punch-out. The 0-1. Fastball just a bit outside, call ball 1. Top of the order in Cam Carino on deck for the Vikings. Nottleman into the windup, the 1-1. That one hit into the net, foul. 1-2 count now. Nottleman, as mentioned before, the team leader in strikeouts for the Blue Devils this season. Has had multiple outings with double-digit punch-outs. 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. And already number 7 on the day for the Columbus left-hander. So that'll bring up the top of the order for Pacelli. Cam Carino. Carino in the midst of an outstanding junior season for the Vikings. .426 batting average coming into play today, which leads the team. First pitch from Nottleman. That one chopped foul over here behind us for strike 1. Carino also the team leader with runs scored in doubles, triples, home runs, and stolen bases. So this is strength versus strength here in the top of the 3rd between these 2 teams. 0-1 from Nottleman. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And Carino behind in the count. Nottleman trying to make it 7 straight punch-outs. Left-hander into his motion, the 0-2 delivery. That one's just a bit inside for ball 1. Carino was the first punch-out victim here in this game for Pacelli. So I believe that pitch hit the home plate umpire. So the Columbus players trying to give him a breather. Tell you about these 2 teams here recently while we have a chance. Pacelli coming into action today, 5-14 overall, 1-5 record in district play in GIAA Class 4A. They have lost 3 straight games, coming against Valley and 2 against Westfield, a district foe. But prior to that, they did get that first district win, 7-6 at home over Westfield. Columbus, as mentioned before, in the midst of a stellar month of March where they have a 9-3 overall record. Have won their last 2 over Hardaway and Kendrick. 1-2 here from Nottleman. That one hit over down the third base line, but it is just foul. Like the thought there from Carino to stay alive. Ball just a bit foul, however. Would have been an exceptional play by Vega, the third baseman, if he would have made it. But again, that ball just a bit out of reach. So another 1-2 delivery is upcoming, but Nottingham will get a new baseball. So a 1-2 delivery upcoming here. Nottleman versus Carino. Strength versus strength for the Blue Devils and the Vikings. Left-hander enters motion and the pitch. Breaking ball hammered back up the middle. Nice at bat there from Carino. First hit of the day for the Vikings. And Pacelli with a 2-out base runner here for Nolan Vaughn. Vaughn grounded out back to Nottleman in his first plate appearance. But with a chance to do damage here with 2 outs. First pitch from Nottleman. That ball's inside for ball 1. Vaughn, a .245 hitter. We mentioned before Carino, the team leader in stolen bases as well for Pacelli. 17 bags on the year over there at first base. 1-0 delivery. Carino is on the move. Swing and a miss. Throw down is right on the money, but just not in time. And it is stolen base number 18 on the year for Cam Carino. And just like that, Pacelli with a runner in scoring position. 1-1 count here to Vaughn. Nottleman delivers to the plate. Fastball outside corner called strike 2. And the left-hander ahead in the count. One and two delivery here from the left-hander. He will step off. Vaughn also calls time at the plate, which is granted. So the speed of Carino out there at second base. Base hit might score a run. 1-2 delivery. Fastball just a bit outside and high for ball 2. If Vaughn can reach Jacob Veloz, the 3-hole hitter is on deck. 2-2 delivery. That one just a bit low, however, and the count is full. So a 3-2 count. Carino will likely not be on the move with nobody currently at first base. But you never know. Payoff pitch from Nottleman. Chop foul at the plate and Vaughn stays alive. Vaughn has driven in 7 runs this season. He's likely among the team leaders for Pacelli. Payoff pitch from Nottleman. That one hit foul and out of play down the right field line. It appeared it went on the roof of a house over here to our right. So the 3-2 again here from Nottleman. Carino on the move, but it is ball 4. Actually, they will say Vaughn went around, and that will be a punch out, and that will retire the inning. So Pacelli threatens here in the top of the 3rd, but cannot scratch a run across. We'll take a break on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Welcome back here to Columbus. 3-4-5 due up for the Blue Devils. A 3-0 lead here for Columbus High School over the visiting St. Anne Pacelli Vikings. My name is Matt Melton, your play-by-play guy here this afternoon, joined by producer Tyler Deitz. As Michael Nodelman set to lead it off for Columbus. Nodelman 1 for 1 on the afternoon with a double down in the left field corner. Back in the bottom of the first. First pitch from Smith is a fastball outside corner for strike one. Billy Smith back out there for his third inning of work for Pacelli. So that went just a bit low and outside for ball one. One from Smith. That one hammered into right center field, and it will get down and roll to the wall. Nodelman rounds first, headed to second. Throw will not be made to the bag, and it is a leadoff double for Michael Nodelman, number 2 on the day. So once again, pitch running will also be Logan Patrick out there at second for Nodelman. Patrick scored the first run of the game for Columbus, which was driven in by this man, Ren Smith. Smith 1 for 1 with that RBI single back in the bottom of the first. Patrick with speed out there at second. And will send Smith to the stretch. Right-hander delivers to the plate. That one chopped out to short. Veloz fields, throws across the diamond, a little bit high. But nice play over there at first base by Dustin Sherman, making the catch and getting his foot down on the bag for out number 1. So Patrick does advance to third, a productive out for Smith, and that will bring up Paxton Wyatt. With the Blue Devils' 4th run of the game, only 90 feet away now. Infield, the entirety of the Vikings infield coming in for Pacelli. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. First pitch from Smith, fouled into the net for strike one. So infield in for the Vikings. 0-1 pitch. That one hit a Veloz. Thinks about coming home. He will get the out at first. Nice play there by the Pacelli shortstop. Looking the runner back to third base and getting the out. So the second time today, Wyatt is retired via the ground out. And that will bring up Axel Serra. Runner still 90 feet away down there at third base in Patrick. Patrick a strikeout, or excuse me, Serra a strikeout victim in his first at bat. First pitch fouled into the net for strike one. Three nothing lead here for Columbus. Bottom of the third inning, 2 outs. An absolutely perfect day for baseball here at Randy Jordan Field. That pitch from Smith a bit high, 1-1. Pacelli infield now playing normal. 1-1 delivery from Smith. Serra grounds that to third base. Glove throws across the diamond. It's a bit high. And the runner is safe at first. So the run scores in Patrick. And it is 4-0 Columbus. So Maddox Anderson will come up to the plate now for Columbus. 4-0 lead for the Blue Devils. Sarah takes a big lead over there at first. Pitch delivered, ball 1. Anderson a ground out in his first plate appearance. Trying to add to the lead here as the Blue Devils are on the board for the 3rd consecutive inning. Anderson hits that out to short. Veloz gets a glove on it. Throw over to first is in time for the 3rd out of the inning. But Columbus gets 1 in the bottom of the 3rd. Blue Devils lead 4-0 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Purdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back here to Columbus for the top of the 4th inning. 3-4-5 due up for the Vikings against Columbus starter Michael Nottleman. Left-hander has been dominant and in a groove out there on the mound for the Blue Devils. But that last inning, Pacelli threatened for the first time today following that Cam Carino single and stolen base. Jacob Veloz leading it off for Pacelli. Squares to bunt, but it is bunted foul for strike 1. Vikings shortstop with some stellar defensive plays there in that last inning. He walked in his first plate appearance, so he is one of 2 base runners today for the Vikings. Corner infielders playing in for Columbus. 0-1 delivery. That one hit down the right field line and out of play. Low line drive, and we might have nearly saw a busted windshield there. Nottleman ahead in the count, 0-2. That one hit out to second base. His glove throw over to first and out number 1. Nice defensive play there by Maddox Anderson. So Dustin Sherman now up to the plate for Pacelli. Be interesting to see what this part of the Vikings lineup does this time around. First pitch from Nottleman, taken strike 1. Sherman was the first of 6 consecutive strikeouts for Nottleman earlier in this game. 0-1 delivery. Low in the dirt, ball 1. Cleanup hitter for the Vikings. 179 batting average on the year. He's driven in 7 runs, 4 doubles, and a homer. 1-1. Swing and a miss on a high fastball, strike 2. Cal Brent on deck for the Vikings. We will see him in this inning regardless of Sherman's at-bat outcome. 1-2 from the left-hander. Pitch on the inside corner called ball 2. Nottleman into his motion, working quickly. 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Punch out number 9 on the day for the Blue Devil starter. And that will bring up Cal Brent with 2 outs. Brent, a strikeout victim earlier today. So we get a bit of a cloud cover here now at Randy Jordan Field. That one popped up over our heads behind us for strike 1. Pacelli, a team that came into today batting .224 as a team. Swing and a miss there by Brent for strike 2. Nottleman way ahead in the count. Vikings also a 694 OPS as a team. Have hit 5 homers as a group as well. That one hit out to first base, but it is gloved by the first baseman, Wyatt, and that will retire the side. Nottleman, 1-2-3 in the top of the 4th. We'll take a break on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Let's 2026 with a bang. We will not be undersold. Powerful full-size Chevy Silverados up to $13,750 off. Rugged mid-size Chevy Colorados up to $9,000 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Let's kick off 2026 with a bang. We will not be undersold. Powerful full-size Chevy Silverados up to $13,750 off. Rugged mid-size Chevy Colorados up to $9,000 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back to Columbus. Your score, Blue Devils 4, Vikings nothing. Bottom of the 4th here, 8-9-1 due up for the Blue Devils. Thomas Williams, the first of those, as he hits the first pitch from the starter Smith out into center field. And it is a leadoff single for Thomas Williams. So similar to his first at bat, Williams reaching base. Previously went on to score one of the Blue Devils' 4 runs today. And the man that drove him in back in the bottom of the 2nd, David Vega, had that RBI triple out there in right center field. He hits his first pitch out into shallow center, and it will drop as well. So back-to-back singles to center for the Blue Devils. And Columbus potentially set up to do some damage here in the bottom of the 4th. The top of the order, Colton Hefner now coming up. Hefner an RBI single so far today for Columbus. As it appears the Vikings will get somebody warming up down there in the bullpen. First pitch of the at-bat from Smith. Fastball high, ball 1. We mentioned before at the start of tonight's game, the Columbus Bats have come alive as of late. So we'll have time called. The ball down there in right field from the Pacelli bullpen. And it looks like we are set to get things going once again. First pitch of the at-bat upcoming to Hefner. So Smith set to make his first pitch of the at-bat. Ball grounded out to third base. Third baseman will take it to the bag, get the out, throws across the diamond. But Hefner gets down the line. And there is now one out. Runner still at first and second, however. And there will be another pitch runner for Hefner. Number 30, Carter Phillips once again. Phillips went on to steal a bag, his first time running for Hefner today. First and second, one out here in the bottom of the fourth. Columbus with a 4-0 lead over the visiting St. Anne Pacelli Vikings. Ryan Miller now at the plate. First pitch from Smith. That ball hammered out to second, and it's through. Runner rounds third, headed for home, but the throw will go to second, and they got him in a bit of a pickle. Veloz tags the runner at third, throw home, and they got him. What a defensive play there by Pacelli. The awareness of Jacob Veloz out there at shortstop, tagging the runner out at third, and then making the throw to home right on the money. And Pacelli gets out of the inning. We'll take a break on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Planet Fitness, there's strength in numbers. The number of different workouts to do.
1, 2, 3. Woo!
Different clubs to do it in. Friends to do it with.
Looking good, everybody.
Here we are. And the number of ways to recover from it all.
You got this, come on.
And it all adds up to one membership. The Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location, bring a friend anytime, and recover in the Black Card Spa.
One more, everybody.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
Welcome back here to Columbus. To the top of the fifth inning, Blue Devils with a 4-0 lead. Aiden Dixon to lead off the top of the frame for Pacelli against Nottleman. First pitch is hit down the left field line, and it will get out of play. So quickly strike one, to the Pacelli 6-hole hitter, Aiden Dixon. Strikeout victim in his first plate appearance. And if you missed it, back in the bottom of the fourth, Columbus with a pair of leadoff singles, but some stellar defensive plays to get out of the jam. That pitch is fouled into the net for strike 2. Alex Aponte on deck. We will see him regardless of the outcome of this at bat. Nottleman here with the 0-2 to Dixon. Tried the breaking ball down and away, but good eye from the Pacelli right fielder to stay alive. So a 1-2 here from Nottleman. Gets a piece of it and stays alive once again. Nottleman threw 4 innings today. No earned runs, only 1 hit, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts for the Columbus left-hander. But the Pacelli bats have begun to come alive here as of late. That pitch just a bit inside, 2-2. Left-hander into his motion. The 2-2. Fastball outside 3-2, and now the count is full. So a nice at-bat here from Dixon. Aponte, the Pacelli DH, on deck as the sun begins to come out here once again at Columbus. Wind also blowing a little bit more than it was to start the game. Payoff pitch. Fouled into the net, and we will do it again. In fact, I dare say the wind has nearly doubled here. Judging by the flags out there in center field, it appears it is blowing into straight dead center. 3-2 delivery here from Nottleman. Gets a piece of it, grounded back to Nottleman, who gloves, throws to first, and that is the first out of the inning. So Dixon grounds out to lead off the frame. Alex Aponte will now step up. Pacelli designated hitter, struck out in his first and only plate appearance of the game. Aponte DHing today in the place of Landon Lauk, who is playing second base for the Vikings. Nottleman into the windup and a delivery. Taken outside ball 1. 1-0 from Nottleman. Check swing did go around, strike 1. Ponte, only a sophomore, 179 batting average coming into play today. Has driven in 2 runs, has a pair of doubles, and has also scored twice this season. 1-1. That one hit into the net foul, 1-2. On deck is Billy Smith, the Pacelli starting pitcher. He will bat regardless of the outcome of Aponte's at bat. 1-2 from Nottleman. Got a piece of it to stay alive. Looked like a really nice changeup there from the left-hander. But a good job here from the Pacelli DH, keeping the at bat alive. Nottleman searching for strikeout number 10 here today. 1-2 delivery. Looked like a good pitch there, but is called low for ball 2. So the left-hander quickly back on the rubber. Nottleman, 2-2 delivery. And that ball is hit back up the middle. Gloved at short. Throw is a bit low, but it is dug out nicely there by Paxton Wyatt at first base for out number 2. So 2 ground outs to start the inning, and that will bring up the 8-hole hitter Billy Smith. Smith on the mound today for the Vikings. Struck out in his first plate appearance as a batter against Nottleman. His time is called. First pitch of the at-bat from Nottleman. That ball hammered out into left center field, and it will get down. Smith rounds first, but he will not advance to second. Nice job out there in left field by Seals getting to the ball and getting it in. So it is a 2-out single for Billy Smith. And we will have a pitch runner at first base. Not quite sure the number. Looked like it might have been number 18, Carter Dixon. So Dixon pitch running for Smith out at first base. And that will bring up the 9-hole hitter, Levi Thompson. Thompson struck out in his first and only plate appearance here today. Squares to bunt, and he does get it down, but it is foul. If Thompson can reach, top of the order in Cam Carino is on deck. And anytime number 1 for Pacelli is in the batter's box, he is a threat to do damage. First pitch from Nottleman, second pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and the left-hander way ahead in the count. So 0-2 here to Thompson, upcoming from the left-hander Michael Nottleman. Left-hander delivers. Fastball taken outside corner, ball 1. So a 1-2 count here to Thompson. Nottleman will check on the runner at first. He had Dixon leaning there for a second, but he was able to slide back in safely. Nottleman working quickly, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and it is strikeout number 10 on the day. So Pacelli does get a 2-out base runner, but Nottleman gets out of the jam. Your score still Columbus 4, Pacelli nothing here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone. At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Let's kick off 2026 with a bang! We will not be undersold. Powerful full-size Chevy Silverados up to $13,750 off. Rugged mid-size Chevy Colorados up to $9,000 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back here to Columbus. Bottom of the 5th, Blue Devils 4, Vikings nothing. As Michael Nottleman will lead it off for Columbus. First pitch from Smith, a breaking ball outside for ball 1. Nottleman 2 for 2 on the night, a pair of doubles. 1-0 delivery. That one hit foul and out of play back here behind us for strike 1. As mentioned before, Columbus in the midst of a stellar month of March, where they currently own a 9-3 overall record during the month. 1-1 delivery from Smith. Taking outside ball 2. We'll tell you about some of their recent contests. Coming today with two wins in their last 2 contests, that over Kendrick and Hardaway. Blue Devils recently have gotten into GHSA Class 2A region play where they are currently undefeated at 10-0. This not a region contest as Pacelli is a member of the GIAA. 2-1 delivery from Smith. Breaking ball outside for ball 3. Columbus also recently owns wins over Carver, Sumter County, Spencer, Jordan, Shaw, Kendrick, and Taylor County in the month of March. 3-1 pitch is called strike. 4 strike 2. Full count now upcoming here to Smith. So Smith delivers the payoff pitch. Nodelman hits that up into left field. The left fielder is under it. Catch made by Carino for out number 1. So the first time today Nodelman is retired. And that will bring up Ren Smith. Smith 1 for 2 on the night with an RBI single. Going back to Columbus's recent schedule, we mentioned the 9-3 record in the month of March. Those 3 losses have come to 2 teams from the state of Alabama. A 9-4 defeat to Central and a 7-1 defeat to Smith Station. That third defeat was also a team very familiar with Pacelli Vikings. That was the Brookstone Cougars, a 5-3 loss to Brookstone. That ball fouled into the net, bringing a count 1-1. So a 1-1 pitch upcoming here from Billy Smith to Ren Smith. That ball hammered out to left field, going back at the wall, and it is gone. Solo home run there from Ren Smith, and it is 5-0 Columbus. So for the 4th inning today, the Blue Devils scratch a run across on Pacelli's starter, Billy Smith. First pitch of the at-bat taken, ball 1 by Paxton Wyatt. 1-0 delivery. That one fouled into the net for strike 1. That solo home run from Ren Smith, also the 10th hit of the day for the Blue Devils, off of Billy Smith. But still only a 5-0 lead. As that ball hit out to left field, Carino, that ball essentially right at him, is caught for out number 2. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Bring up Axel Serra. Serra 1 for 2 on the night. RBI single and a strikeout. Now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch of the at-bat, swing and a miss on a breaking ball, strike 1. Oh, 1 delivery from Smith. That one outside, 1-1. Right-hander entered his motion, the 1-1. That one outside, 2-1. Must say, as a fan of uniforms, we got 2 really good uniform matchups here today. Pacelli in the road powder blues with the red caps. Columbus in their white with the blue stripes, blue and orange lettering. That one fouled into the net, strike 2. And Smith gets the count back to even. Should Sarah reach here in the inning, it would be Maddox Anderson on deck. But I would imagine Anderson is a batter that Smith would like to see in the 6th inning. 2-2 delivery from the right-hander. Fouled into the net. Sarah staying alive. As the sun begins to come out here once again. Wind has essentially died down. 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. And that is your 3rd out of the inning. But Columbus adds 1 on the solo homer from Ren Smith. 5-0 Blue Devils here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Purdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm.
Welcome back here to Columbus. Cam Carino to lead off the top of the 6th. First pitch from Nottleman is a ball low. 5-0 lead here for the Blue Devils following that solo home run in the bottom of the 5th from Ren Smith. But the heart of the Pacelli order due up here in the top of the 6th now. The 1-0 from Nottleman. That one is low as well, 2-0. Carino, 426 average coming into play today. Leads most offensive statistical categories for the Vikings. 2-0 delivery. Swing and a miss on a fastball high, 4-1. Carino also 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a strikeout. Has also stolen a bag as well. 2-1 from Nottleman. That one hammered out to right field. Going back on it is the right fielder, and he will make the catch just shy of the wall. So not an easy play to make there out in right field. But it is a first out of the inning for Nottleman. So that will bring up Nolan Vaughn. Vaughn 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a strikeout. Nottleman set to make his first pitch at the at-bat. And it is taken right down the middle for strike 1. Oh, 1 from Nottleman. Ball outside for a 1-1 count. Gave you some recent results for Columbus in that last inning. We'll do the same now for Pacelli. Following this 1-1 from Nottleman. That one hammered out to center. But camping under it is the center fielder, Smith. And it is 2 up, 2 down here. That will bring up the 3-hole hitter, Jacob Veloz. Give you a recent run for Pacelli. Vikings have lost 3 straight coming to action today. Valley and then Westfield twice. Their last win came over Westfield, though, 7-6 in district action. First pitch from Nottleman, ball 1-0 count. Vikings wins this season have come over this Columbus team, as well as Carver, Evangel Christian, Valley, and Westfield. 1-0 from Nottleman. Ball high, 2-0. Vikings have played a challenging schedule, though. 2-0 delivery. Breaking ball inside, swing and a miss, strike one. So Nottleman with a 2-1 pitch upcoming. That ball is a little bit low, 3-1 count now. To Veloz. Dustin Sherman on deck for the Vikings. See if Pacelli can threaten with another 2-out base runner here. 3-1 delivery. That ball hit out to right field. Camping under it, however. And making the catch is Ryan Miller. So it is 1-2-3 here in the top of the sixth. Your score, Columbus 5, Pacelli nothing here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Let's kick off 2026 with a bang. We will not be undersold. Powerful full-size Chevy Silverados up to $13,750 off. Rugged midsize Chevy Colorados up to $9,000 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
At Planet Fitness, there's strength in numbers. The number of different workouts to do.
1, 2, 3.
Different clubs to do it in. Friends to do it with.
Looking good, everybody.
Yeah, we are. And the number of ways to recover from it all.
You got this, come on.
And it all adds up to one membership. The Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location, bring a friend anytime, and recover in the Black Card Spa.
One more, everybody.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Welcome back here to Columbus. 5-0 lead here for the Blue Devils over the visiting St. Anne Pacelli Vikings. And for the first time today, we have a pitching change for either of these teams. Now pitching for Pacelli will be right-hander Carter Dixon. Dixon wears number 18 for the Vikings. And the first pitch he makes is on the outside corner for ball 1-2, Maddox Anderson. 1-0 pitch here from Dixon. Nice fastball there on the outside corner for strike one. Give you a little bit of information on Dixon. Number 18 for the Pacelli Vikings, right-hander, only a junior. As another nice pitch there on the outside corner for strike two. Dixon, a 5.56 ERA on the year. He is the team leader in wins, however, with a 2-1 record for the Vikings. 5 strikeouts to 19 walks on the year, has thrown 11.1 innings. Gets that ground ball out to second base. It is gloved by the second baseman Lauk and thrown over to first for out number one.
Now batting number 3, Thomas Williams.
So Thomas Williams will step up to the plate now for Columbus. Williams a walk and a single in his 2 plate appearances here tonight. Williams, 163 batter on the year. So that pitch is inside and high from Dixon for ball 1. Just a reminder, coming up at the conclusion of tonight's game will be our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. Fastball taken there for strike one. Also a big quick thank you to our presenting sponsors at Georgia Alabama Sports Live, Glenn Smith Chevy GMC, Coca-Cola, and Jack Houston Memorial Hospital and Houston Clinic. Williams chops that one at the plate for strike two. So a 1-2 count now. Dixon ahead. As mentioned, Dixon fresh into the game. In place of starter Billy Smith, as that ball is high, 2-2 count now. Give you the final line for Smith here. Right-hander for the Vikings, went 5 innings, 10 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. 2-2 delivery. That one's just a bit low, ball 3, and the count is full. David Vega on deck for Columbus. 3-2 delivery. Fastball outside corner called, strike 3. First strikeout there for Dixon. And now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th for David Vega. Vega 2 for 2 on the night, an RBI triple and a single. Has also scored a run. First pitch fouled into the net for strike 1. Been a very productive night for the Columbus 9-hole hitter. 0-1 delivery from Dixon is outside for ball 1. Top of the order, and Colton Hefner is on deck. Should Vega reach here with 2 outs. 1-1. Fastball hits Vega, however, the breaking ball, and it will be a 2-out base runner. So Colton Hefner will bat here in the bottom of the 6th. As the Blue Devils looking to add to their lead with 2 outs. Hefner 1 for 3 on the night out of the leadoff spot. A fly out, a ground out, and an RBI single. Vega takes his lead over at first base. First pitch is a fastball high for ball 1. Vega does have some speed over there at first. Has stolen 12 bags this season. Fastball high, 2-0. So with 2 outs running on contact, a ball in the gap could be interesting with Vega's speed over there at first base. 2-0 from Dixon. That one's outside, 3-0. And Hefner way ahead in the count. Ryan Miller on deck for Columbus. Should Hefner reach base. He will check on the runner at first, and diving back in safely is Vega. .3-0 here to Hefner. That one is high, and it is a 2-out walk. So it will be a pitch runner once again. I believe that's Carter Phillips over there at first base, and it is Phillips once again. So runners at first and second now, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th for Ryan Miller. Miller singled in his most recent at bat. Chance to do some damage here to add to the lead with 2 outs. First pitch from Dixon. It's fastball high for ball 1. Dixon comes set, the 1-0 pitch. That one is hit into the net, foul for strike 1. Nottleman is on deck for Columbus, but he will only bat if Miller here can reach base. Dixon comes set, 1-1 pitch. That one popped foul, but it is out of play. 4-2. So the Pacelli right-hander ahead in the count here, 1-2. Against Ryan Miller. Vega out there at second base. The pitch runner Phillips at first. Dixon comes set, but time is called by Miller and granted by the home plate umpire. Dixon comes set again. The 1-2 pitch with 2 outs. Breaking ball hit back to Dixon, who catches it on the fly, and that will do it for the bottom of the 6th. But Pacelli now down to their final 3 outs. We head to the top of the 7th. Columbus 5, Vikings nothing here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Let's kick off 2026 with a bang. We will not be undersold. Powerful full-size Chevy Silverados up to $13,750 off. Rugged mid-size Chevy Colorados up to $9,000 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Let's kick off 2026 with a bang. We will not be undersold. Powerful full-size Chevy Silverados up to $13,750 off. Rugged mid-size Chevy Colorados up to $9,000 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Welcome back here to Columbus. Top of the 7th inning. Pacelli down to their final 3 outs, and we have a pitching change for the Blue Devils. Now pitching will be number 3, Thomas Williams, and his first batter will be number 14, Dustin Sherman. First pitch outside, ball 1. Williams replaces starter Michael Nottleman. 2.02 ERA on the season for Williams. The 1-0 delivery. That one is low, ball 2. Williams also the team leader for the Blue Devils with 3 wins on the mound this season, as well as a 134 opponent batting average against. Has 39 strikeouts to 14 walks on the year over 27 2/3 innings. That pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. 2-1 delivery from Williams. That one's low in the dirt, 3-1. And Sherman way ahead in the count. So a 3-1 delivery here from Williams. That one is low in the dirt, and it is a leadoff walk for Dustin Sherman. So Cal Brent will step to the plate now. Brent 0 for 2 on the day. Strikeout and a flyout. Also need to mention a defensive substitution for the Blue Devils. Replacing Will Seals out there in left field is number 26, Conley O'Brien. First pitch to Brent, fouled at the plate for strike one. So Sherman at first to lead off the inning. Top of the 7th, Columbus with a 5-0 lead trying to close this game out. The 0-1. That one's in the dirt, 1-1. Sherman, not the biggest threat to steal, only 2 bags on the year, but does have some speed over there at first base. Williams will check on him. Sherman dives back in safely. Brent, probably a guy you want to have up in this spot. 290 hitter on the year, the 1-1. That ball hit out to left field. Coming in is O'Brien, and diving and making the catch is O'Brien. So just checking into the game there for the Blue Devils out in left field. What a play by Conley O'Brien. So 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Aiden Dixon now stepping to the plate for Pacelli. Swing and a miss, strike 1 on the first pitch of the at-bat. The 0-1 in the dirt. Nice block there from the catcher Hefner for ball 1. One and one. Fastball's inside, 2-1 now. Dixon is batting 6th for Pacelli, so still a ways to go until the top of the lineup in Carino. 2-1, Williams will check on the runner at first. And Sherman dives back in safely once again. 2-1 here to Dixon. In the dirt, ball 3. The designated hitter Alex Aponte on deck for Pacelli. A 3-1 upcoming here from Williams to Aiden Dixon. 3-1. That one's in the dirt, and it is a 1-out walk. So the second walk of the inning for Williams. First and second now with 1 out for Alex Aponte, the designated hitter. Aponte 0 for 2 on the night, strikeout and a ground out. As Hefner will come out and have a word with his pitcher Williams, who has now walked 2 here in the top of the 7th in relief. First pitch from Williams to Aponte is right down the middle, strike 1. Got to think back, too, to that diving catch out there in left field a minute ago from O'Brien of where this inning might be now. 0-1 from Williams. That one popped over the first baseman's head, but the catch will be made out there at second by Anderson, and a big second out there for Columbus. So Pacelli now down to their final out. And with 2 outs here, we will have Carter Dixon make his first plate appearance of the game. Dixon, who came in relief of starter Billy Smith a minute ago. Two outs here, runners at first and second. First pitch is taken low, ball one. So Dixon now hitting out of the 8-hole. 1-0 count here, two outs in the top of the 7th. The 1-0 from Williams. Swing and a miss, strike one. Sherman out at second, Dixon at first, following the walks earlier in the inning. 1-1. Nice breaking ball there, taking strike two. And the Blue Devils are one strike away. One-two. That ball chopped out to short. Sarah Fields, he will not have a play, however. Bases now loaded for the Vikings here in the top of the 7th. Following the infield single by Dixon. And it will be the 9-hole hitter, Levi Thompson. Thompson 0 for 2 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. Columbus infield playing normal. Williams will now go back to the windup. His first pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. On deck for Pacelli is the dangerous Cam Carino. 0-1 delivery. That one taken just a bit low, ball one. Sherman at third, Dixon at second, and Dixon at first. Williams will step off the rubber. Goes into his motion, 1-1 pitch. That one hit back to up the middle and through. One run will score. Dixon will be held at third. And Pacelli on the board here in the top of the 7th. Following the RBI single from Levi Thompson to keep the Vikings alive. And that will bring up Cam Carino. If you're head coach Matt Ward and the Vikings, this is exactly who you want in this situation. Most dangerous hitter in the Pacelli lineup. 2 outs, bases loaded here. Tying run now at the plate. First pitch from Williams. That ball is taken high and inside for ball one. Dixon at third, Dixon at second, and Thompson at first. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike one from Carino. Carino 1 for 3 on the night. Has a single, a strikeout, and a flyout. 1-1 delivery. That one nearly hits Carino for ball two. Nolan Vaughn would be on deck for Pacelli if Carino can reach base. 2-1 from Williams. That one's outside, 3-1. Nowhere to put Carino. A walk would score a run. Williams out of the windup, the 3-1. That ball hit out to right field. Coming in is the right fielder. It's going to be a tough play, and it is down. And it's going to roll into the corner. 1 run scores. Dixon scores as well. Here comes the runner from first, Thompson, and he will score. And just like that, it is 5-4. And Carino now 90 feet away for the Vikings. So we will have a meeting at the mound now for Columbus. An absolutely wild turn of events here in the top of the 7th. Still 2 outs in the inning. But the tying run is now 90 feet away. And the go-ahead run is at the plate in the top of the 7th. We'll see what Columbus opts to do, and it looks like they will leave Williams in there. But if you missed it, here in the top of the inning, if you're just joining us, Columbus with a 5-0 lead. Pacelli has struck for 4 in the top of the frame. A bases clearing triple there from Carino. Still 2 outs here. Nolan Vaughn now at the plate. First pitch from Williams. That pitch is high, ball 1. Vaughn 0 for 3 on the day. Ground out, strikeout, and a flyout. 1-0 from Williams. That one tipped foul for strike 1. Hefner's got to be careful behind the plate as well, because with the speed of Carino down there at third base, could potentially score on a pass ball. 1-1 from Williams. That one's in the dirt. Nice block there from Hefner. Ball 2. Jacob Veloz is on deck for Pacelli. 2-1. That one's down and away. 3-1. So Williams out of the windup. 3-1 to Vaughn. That one is a bit high, and it is a 2-out walk to Vaughn. So Jacob Veloz. Walk, ground out, fly out in his 3 trips to the plate here tonight. Runners at the corners now with 2 outs. Carino at first, Carino at third, Vaughn at first for Veloz. Vaughn with speed at first as well. And he will be running with contact with 2 outs. First pitch, runner is on the move, and there will not be a throw down to second. So Vaughn takes second base. The go-ahead run now in scoring position for Pacelli here in the top of the 7th. Carino at third, Vaughn at second. 1-0 to Veloz. That one's outside, 2-0. And it looks like there was a balk by the pitcher, and that will score the tying run. Wow. Carino scores on the balk. Vaughn will move to third. Still 2 outs in the inning. It appeared the Columbus coach coming in down that third base line told his pitcher to step off. And when he did, the Pacelli batter, Veloz, noticed that it was a balk, told the home plate umpire, and umpire out there in the field did call a balk. So it appears we will have the Columbus coach talk it over with the umpire out there at second base. But nevertheless, it looks like we are tied here in the top of the 7th, 5-5. And still Blue Devils not out of the woods yet as the go-ahead run now 90 feet away. Just an absolutely wild turn of events here in the top of the 7th. As that will Score is tied now. They have just adjusted it in the stadium. Now 5-5. And it will be an automatic walk. So Columbus opts to put Veloz on base. So that will bring up Dustin Sherman. Sherman, the one who got it started here in the top of the 7th for Pacelli. Runner takes off. Veloz, it is a strike. Veloz will take second without a throw. Sherman got it started here in the top of the 7th with that leadoff walk. Went on to score the first run of the inning. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Williams now way ahead in the count. (0-2) from Williams. Breaking ball down and in, called ball 1. If Sherman could reach, it would be Cal Brent on deck. Second and third, 1-2 count, 2 outs. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Pacelli ties it, though, in the top of the 7th. Big strikeout there from Williams. We will now head to the bottom of the 7th. Columbus trying to walk it off on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back here to Randy Jordan Field. Your score, Columbus 5, Pacelli 5. The Vikings getting 5 runs to force the bottom of the 7th here. Carter Dixon still back out there on the mound for the Vikings, and it will be Michael Nodelman due up to lead off the inning. First pitch from Dixon. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Dixon making his second inning of work. No hits, 1 strikeout, 2 walks, no runs in his last inning. Nodelman hits that out to left center field, but coming in to make the catch is Vaughn in center for out number 1. So that will bring up Ren Smith now. Smith has already driven in 2 runs today, had the solo home run in his last plate appearance. And if he were to get another here, it would win it for the Blue Devils. First pitch from Dixon, outside, ball 1. Smith 2 for 3 on the night. Home run, single, 2 RBIs, and a ground out. The 1-0 from Dixon. Fastball high, 2-0. If you just missed it, Pacelli 5 runs in the top of the 7th, down 5-0 to force the bottom of the 7th here. 2-0 to Smith, taken inside, strike 1. It would be Paxton Wyatt on deck for the Blue Devils if needed. That ball outside, 3-1 count now to Smith. And the Blue Devils center fielder way ahead now. 3-1 from Dixon. Fastball right down the middle, strike 2, and the count is now full. (3-2) to Smith. That ball hammered out left field, back at the wall, and it is gone. Walk it off, Columbus. Ren Smith, second homer of the game. And the Blue Devils win it 6-5. An absolutely wild 7th inning. Pacelli, 5 runs in the top of the frame to tie it, and then Ren Smith, walk-off home run. Blue Devils 6, Vikings 5, your final score. Folks, now for our Alex Quinney Allstate Good Hands Player of the Game. Who else would it be? Ren Smith, the Columbus center fielder, the walk-off home run. His second round tripper of the day, finishes the night 3 for 4 with 3 runs driven in and 3 runs scored. So how about a day for Ren Smith and the Columbus Blue Devils? A 6-5 winner here over the crosstown Pacelli Vikings. Folks, thank you for joining us here tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure. For Matt Melton, producer Tyler Deitz, we'll see you next time on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet, let's kick off 2026 with a bang. We will not be undersold. Powerful full-size Chevy Silverados up to $13,750 off. Rugged mid-size Chevy Colorados up to $9,000 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
At Planet Fitness, there's strength in numbers.
The number of different workouts to do.
1, 2, 3. Woo!
Different clubs to do it in.
5 more.
Friends to do it with.
Looking good, everybody.
Here we are.
And the number of ways to recover from it all.
You got this, come on.
And it all adds up to one membership. The Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location, bring a friend anytime, and recover in the Black Card Spa.
One more, everybody.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.